truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it could go bad for you. Hit like, comment, subscribe, you know what to do. Be cool, city lights shining so bright. Fine dining nights feels right. Flights to places far from sight. Get right, ruthless truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it could go bad for you. In the city where we move, stay cool. Underneath the neon glow, life is fast but take it slow. Every moment like a show. Let's go. Dancing through the night, we got energy flows we can't hide. Feel alive, we outside. Moments fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Moments fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Ruthless fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Ruthless truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it could bad for you. In the city where we move, stay cool. Stay cool.
Hey, nobody bigger than the program.
Just Pearly things was what she was race baiting and gaslighting today. Ooh, ooh, ooh wee. Let's get to it. Let's see. Let's just see what she's made of.
Signs of dominance. I think a lot of us we wish we could turn it off, but we can't. It's just what we're attracted to. We're biologically hardwired to do that too. We're biologically hardwired to do that. Unfortunately. So
we're biologically hardwired to. Did you say we're biologically hardwired to want chaotic, criminal?
Well, dominant. Yeah, dominant. Because you got to think of like Ted Bundy. He had women. Yeah, he had women writing him love letters. He impregnated a woman. He impregnated a woman while he was in prison for murdering women. This is a real Luigi Mangione.
I don't think that's a woman thing. I think that's a thing that certain women do.
Well, you are correct.
There's no.
Hold on, Jazz, let her land, and you respond. You going to get the mic? Let her land.
Not every woman does that. There's different levels of dominance. However, we are still attracted to dominant men, and that does come in the form of if a man can kill someone else. We know he can protect us biologically. So that just is what it is.
So you find you equate dominance with a man that can dominate and harm a woman attractive?
That's one way that men describe it, or that's one way that men do it, and women do select those men. So I try not to apply morality to this, good or bad, it doesn't matter, because women do pick criminals. Criminals are men that have committed a violent crime are actually more likely. They are more likely to reproduce than men that haven't. So I didn't make this world. I didn't make women write love letters to Ted Bundy.
Has that been your experience? Like, are you attracted to criminals?
Well, to be fair, I don't know many criminals, so that hasn't been my experience personally.
What about the people in your environment?
I've interviewed 1,000 people. A good chunk of them did, procreate and date men with felonies. That's not uncommon. So especially in the Black community, if we're going to be honest, that's
I was going to comment.
So I don't know why you're pretending to not know what I'm talking about. You can gaslight these simps, but you can't gaslight me.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't think you know anything about the Black community, but I will say about the white community, it's a lot of white women that find men who kill other women attractive. Those are the women that were
true, but I won't gaslight you about it. I won't gaslight you. I would say that's true. That's true.
I
There
can't hear
are
you while I'm
white
talking.
women that do
I
that.
can't hear you while I'm
Yes,
talking.
completely.
Hold on, real quick. Hey, hold on.
I
I'm gonna
won't
say it again.
gaslight
Hold on, real quick, Pearl.
I
Hold
can't
on.
hear you while I'm
Jazz,
talking.
you can't.
I
Jazz,
don't even know why she even brought up
Jazz,
the
you
black
can't say
community.
that. You can't say that until she lands. Like I want you to right now. We got strong personalities on the panel. Please let the person finish and then respond. You can't say the person interrupted you, and while you talking over me while I'm talking, if you already interrupted the person, let her finish. You the first person that can respond to her, Jazz. You the first person. Just let her land.
I did let her land.
No, you didn't let her land, Jazz.
Okay.
It's fine. Let's start now.
Okay, well, you asked me why I brought it up, the black community, because you're black, so you would know. Because like I don't.
That is
First of all,
It's like the same reason you brought up the white community because I'm white.
I didn't
have
bring
eyes, you know.
If you're done, first of all, that's very disrespectful.
It's very
I didn't-
disrespectful.
This
No,
was
it's
a
not.
conversation.
I don't know if that was the right thing to say, Pearly things. So it's obviously that Pearly don't like black women. I mean, she, Jess got under her skin a little bit, and they started tit for tat, and then Pearly things hit low, and this creates a hostile environment.
About,
Yes, it is.
no, it's
Hey,
very
hey,
disrespectful.
friends, we don't need that leaves. Jess can handle it. Let her handle it.
Go ahead.
So, like I said,
again,
we
we're
were talking about.
offended. Next,
Go ahead, Jess. Let
Y'all
Jess
gonna
finish,
allow
please.
it?
Let's go ahead, Jess.
I will. Yeah, go ahead.
Just Pearly things being rude. She's being, you know what I mean? And I don't know, man. She's supposed to be professional. What's up with that?
Jess,
So, like I said, we were speaking about relationships in general. Nobody said anything about black or white until you brought it up, and for what reason I don't know. It didn't add anything to the conversation. First of all, you're speaking on the nature of women and how we are all naturally attracted to men who are criminals, and then you made a point to say,
in particular, yeah.
excuse me, no, that is not the case.
Okay, so Pearly thing, you're over talking, you're interjecting, and you seem a bit turned up about this, right? I want to say that you're race bait, right? You want this. It seems like Just Pearly thing is waging war with the black woman. That's what it seems to me. She came on here to wage war. She had an agenda, and just fell into it, and because she had these stats ready to go. So
at all for black women. Now, if you're talking about people that are in poverty, people that live in certain situations, and
60% of black men have been arrested by the.
Can you stop cutting her off?
Hey, one sec. Hey, friends, one second. I got you.
He's cutting me off, Ali.
I got you, Jess. You don't have to ask. I got you.
Sorry.
You all right?
Crash it out. My bad.
Just make some notes, Pearl. Let her finish.
Very
Go ahead, Jess.
That's my fault.
It's fine. Go ahead, Jess. Uninterrupted.
Just Pearly things, you run a professional platform. When you're on somebody else's platform, you ought to maintain frame, right? Because you should know what it's like to run a platform. But then you race bait. You throw out a race in there. You know this can trigger. So are you trying to hijack the show? Right? And the word was out on you, I think a year or two ago, that you're with Nick Fuentes, which he's a racist, I guess. So I don't know, man. This Pearly thing seems disruptive. She seemed like she came there to, hijack the show and make it about her and the black woman. I don't think she's professional. I think she's out of line. I don't know why Fatty didn't kick her off the show as soon as she made a statement. I would have to get rid of her. And this goes back to Ruthless Truth point. We we act like we need these women. Just Pearly thinks is she should have been off the show as soon as she threw race in there. Bottom line, we gotta push the hard line.
It's just weird that you would even have to bring up a race of people to even have the conversation, which lets me know that you don't really have information on the conversation. You're just spewing points to try to get a rise out of people because that's all you know. As it pertains to why women choose the women they want or the kind of men that they date, there are so many different reasons for that. You can't equate a person that has a felony to them being a violent criminal. That's not always the case, because I agree there are some people that marry men and women that have felonies in their background. That doesn't necessarily mean that they are violent. And then to say that Black women are the most prone to violent criminals within our community, you don't know shit about our community, Pearl. And if we're going to talk about what's happening, if we're going to make it about a race thing, let's figure out what's going on in these white communities, in these white.
Come on, bro. That's not good. You're rude. You're rude, Just Pearly thing. What are you doing the hand gestures for? Why are you smiling? This is a very disturbing spot. This is a serious conversation. You threw a race in there, which I'm not saying that Black women don't like guys who are bad guys. I'm not saying that, but nobody was talking about race. It was just a general conversation, and you was doing good with the general sentiment, and then you jumped on Black women. Oh, by the fact, Black women are the ones who do it the most. And then you double down and you acted rude. You're supposed to be professional. You've been doing this shit for years. Show some decorum.
Homes when you all are raising all the mass shooters, y'all raising kids that are taking guns to shoot at other kids. Y'all going into
now, Jazz. This is where you can't take the bait. You can't take the bait. Now you're talking about they're raising. Come on, I mean this is a cat fight, and it is something that's unhealthy. This is why women don't make good leaders, right? They emotionally, men do it too, but we emotionally get out of the pocket.
Public spaces, and I'm sure you're going to talk about Black on Black crime or whatever, but we can debunk all of that because that's through proximity. The point is that you didn't have to make it about Black or white. Keep it general, because it's very disrespectful for you to try to pigeonhole Black women when you don't know any of us at all, to make that assumption that that's what we are prone to. None of these women on this stage, myself, Tyranny, or even Athena, are dating any man that is of a criminal or that are violent. So watch what you say up here. You got a really smart mouth. And if you're going to have the conversation, try to be respectful. And all this trying to get me to hurry up, I'm going to take my motherfucking time.
Oh my God. Can we get
Right?
Hey, there was the rule. She has the hey, friends. We don't need it. When she lands, Pearl will have all the chance to reply. Everybody going to be quiet. Go ahead. You done, Jess?
Yeah, I'm done. I don't understand why that was accepted. Like that was
wait. One second.
Okay.
We shouldn't accept what she said.
To say that you should know as a Black woman because you all date criminals when
So Jess, 1 second. So my this is my opinion, Jess, and correct me if I'm wrong. She punched you in the face. You have the right to punch her back. Right? Is that fair? If you felt that she punched you in the face, I have an opinion about this that I'm going to say later, right? But we are letting you defend yourself. We're not. You're going to have two chances to land your plane, and Pearl is going to have the chance to actually rebuttal what you said. Do you think that's fair? What do you want to do? Can we go on? I would want to make sure so everybody knows where we at.
We can move on. I think she.
Okay, go ahead, Pearl, and then we go back to the panel.
Okay, so you.
Now, that's where I think the mistake was made, right? Because once you see Jazz getting triggered, then you got Tyranny. Woof, she's a firecracker. You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose your show. It's gonna erupt. I don't think he should let Pearls respond because she already made a mistake with the making a race type of thing. And I'm not saying that right now. I think the fire can be put out. Okay, you need to You need to prep Pearl to stay on topic because they were not on Black fatigue yet. And then, keep everything general. And I say rather than have her agree to that. But you let her continue on, and we'll see what happens next.
You can tone police the simps and women that respond to shame, but you're not going to tone police me. So anyways, going back to the stats, the reason that I said that was two reasons. The first is that I interviewed 1,000 people. A good chunk of them were Black women. And I just noticed that they had a propensity more likely than other races to date criminals. It's not really an insult. As I could go into details about the types of men white women tend to date that are irresponsible. I've just noticed different trends in different communities. And it's kind of backed up by data because 60% of Black men have been arrested by the age of 25. So, it's not to be rude, but I think it's more common in that community than it is other communities. In terms of mass shooters, I think you said.
Now, Pearly thinks you're wrong. Because just because somebody got arrested doesn't mean they have a felony. Then you have also unlawful arrest, right? You have crooked officers. You got a crooked court system. You're not taking all that into account.
White people are the majority of mass shooters. I would say that's true. And I wouldn't crash out on you for saying that. So again, if you want to get offended, that is a choice and that is your choice and you have the right to do that. So
I want to touch on this and then I want CJ and Rick the Ruler to pull up and the rest of the panel. Okay, Tyranny, I see you too. So coming from a world citizen, right? Because I live in Portugal. Right now it's 2 a.m. And Pearl was in the UK for a while too. This is not a Black woman thing. If you go to Japan, all those women love the Yakuza until they get older. If you go to Brazil, all those women love the kid from the favela before they get older. If you come to Europe, all these women love the guys that ride on the L Angels. Like women like danger. Like they are emotional junkies, right? And I believe that Jazz actually pinpoints what it is when you put together people that are emotional junkies, which is most young women, and you put poverty together, you are going to get massive results. And in my opinion, this is why the Black community in the United States is hyper exposed to these situations, is because you are mixing two components that are very dangerous. Is the level of poverty. People live on a lower socioeconomic level, and they are addicted to bad boys because that's what women do. You can go to any white college and see exactly the same type of behavior that shads are getting all the women. That's the reality. The bad boy, the football star. Like we know, this is something that is a woman thing. It's just more exacerbated depending on the communities, the culture, and all that. So I actually believe that both of y'all are right on their own way. We can't, unfortunately, just be against something because it triggers our feelings. Okay, friends.
Oh my God.
No, one second, please. I didn't finish. You know what's funny, Tyranny? You did exactly. Tyranny. Hey, Tyranny.
Can I speak, Daddy?
I have a Black Panther in my arm.
But you're not representing her.
1 second, please. The pro-Black shit is not going to work against me.
Facts, Fatty.
Right? The pro-Black shit doesn't, because nobody.
Unfortunately.
Tyranny, stop. Like Tyranny, you can't tell me myself that I depict Black woman in any kind of way that is negative because I avoid it. But what we have to do is be fair. If she was talking about Black men, I don't think y'all will have the same type of smoke.
She was talking about Black men. She said most of y'all are in jail.
No.
And none of y'all heard that.
No. There was not. Hey, Pearl, did you say most Black men go to jail?
I said a
25%.
stat. I said a stat that 60% of Black men have been arrested by the age of 25.
Is that the correct set?
Who the fuck gets
One second. Just 1 second. Is this that correct?
You can Google it.
I don't. I know that 12%. I know 12% have been incarcerated.
But she never said that.
I will say these, right? 1 second, please, friends. 1 second. I will say these. 1 second, please. 1 second. 1 second.
It's weird.
I will say these. Arrest. Hey, please, friends.
We're not even
too excited.
This.
Arrests are not convictions. I want to see the number of convictions, because arrests are not convictions. Just because somebody gets a stop and frisk, and they have like arrests are not convictions. I want to know the number of convictions so I can actually understand if these women are
consider the exoneration data as well.
And I speak
because we
Hey, CJ, relax. CJ, relax. I see you, brother.
We actually lead as black people. First of all, we already know why that stat could be high.
60% is pretty bad,
it's 50%.
I just looked up the stat you asked for.
But 100% of y'all fuck your dogs. What the fuck we talking about?
Hey, 1 second, please. Hey, 1 second, please. Hey, 1 second, 1 second. Hey, we please, respectfully, we literally are going to stop the show and close it out. If y'all like, the conversation became racial, it was Pearl that actually did it, okay?
No reason.
And we are trying to figure out, 1 second, we are trying to figure out if this is based on stats or not. The fucking cousins and fucking dogs, you can statistically prove that shit, okay?
All right,
so what we're going to do is, CJ, what is the percentage of black men that are convicted of a crime? Not arrested, convicted of a crime before at 18.
I didn't look up the convicted stat.
I think Fatty should have deaded this point, because it went from relationships to background checks. Now that's opening the door for other things, right? I just think he should have deaded it and kept it on the point of relationships. But once you made it about race, now we're trying to clean up, and the show got out of hand.
I just looked it up.
Black men are arrested by age 25. Not most, but 49% of them are. So
okay, but that's irrelevant, because arrest records, like we need the convictions, because you're not become a criminal because you were arrested. You become a criminal when you get convicted.
33% of black people have felonies.
What's the percentage?
33%.
Approximately 33% of African American adult males have a felony record, which includes those who have been convicted of crimes. I'd have to dive in deeper to find like what age group, but her stats were correct about arrest. And that might be something that people use, like, again, inflammatory statements, obviously, for content purposes. But yeah, it is 33% of adult males. So
I really want to say something else. So women want to control the uncontrollable, but they're going to shit test you to see, are you really uncontrollable? So if they get that control over you, they'll say, this ain't the nigga I thought he was. He is controllable, right? So that's kind of why they like chaos. So once they get there, they're kind of miserable in the fact that they like the uncontrollable. So they don't like being on either side of the fence. They don't like the fact that they like the uncontrollable, but then they try to wrestle the controller from you to see if you're uncontrollable. It's a weird dynamic. And Pearl is not wrong. Most black women are more attracted to, they have a higher propensity to be attracted to those men. I don't know why y'all got offended and expect black power. That's where this racist shit comes from. Like I told y'all before, it's the black women that want to get us into this racist shit. Can I finish?
Can you coon later?
It's the black women that want to get us into this race shit.
Just let them land.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We control. Hey, Tyranny, don't unmute yourself if I mute you. Go ahead, CJ.
So yeah, I think they want to get us into a war that we can't win, so they can go and be with the white man. And that's a different topic, but sorry.
Tyranny, do you have the chance to reply, and then I'll get the best of the people that haven't talked, especially Big Rick, right? What did CJ said that was wrong? It's a battle of ideas. 1 second, Tyranny. Remember, this is the battle of ideas. You have uninterrupted time to prove CJ that what he said is wrong. No name calling for now. Later we can do it. Let's prove CJ wrong. Why is he wrong that most black women are attracted to this type of man?
Pearl, no, we're not attracted to them. Their men want us. That's why they really hate us, because they can't.
That was not the question.
That's it.
That was
But
not
I'm
the
proving
question.
him wrong.
That was not the question. No,
Caucasian men
Tyranny, you have
love
to be
black
one
women.
second. I talk again. Tyranny,
Yeah,
one
she
second.
making my
Tyranny,
point
one
back.
second, Tyranny.
And this is why I think, once again, he should have deaded this argument. This has nothing to do with relationships because somebody got arrested, convicted. Now you're making it about what race goes to jail the most. That's a whole nother conversation, a whole nother topic. So why are we diving in? Why are you guys diving into something that's irrelevant to the original question of women are innately attracted to bad guys? And that's, leave it at that. But once you get in now, you're trying to figure out, it gets complicated.
Half of black women have herpes. Like,
Hey, one second. No, one second. Pearl.
Hey, for real.
No, hey, everybody. One second.
I'm out because she's here.
Now, 1 second. Stop talking. Pearl, let me ask you something, Pearl. Are you trying to get the reaction of us?
no,
Pearl. 1 second, Pearl. I'm asking you a serious question, right?
Okay.
Because we had you on the panel once, and Andrew Wilson was with us, right? And Andrew Wilson all of a sudden starting to do FUBU remarks and talking about black brands and all that. And I asked him, hey, brother, I see your content all the time. You usually don't talk like this. So my question is, and be honest about it, is there any other statements you're doing today, statements that are made to trigger the crowd that you have right now?
I actually came here prepared because I thought the topic was black fatigue. So I came prepared with stats, facts, data, and statistics. I came,
but the topic is not black fatigue, right?
That's what we spoke about.
No, but is the topic black fatigue?
That's what you told me the topic was.
No. I'm asking 1 second, please. Is the topic black fatigue?
No, hold on, Pearl. I invited you, right? And I told you already that the next topic would be black fatigue. We already addressed it. But what is the relevant part about making it about race when we're here about the relationships? Why go straight? That's twice. That's going to trigger people. And now if they start saying stuff about white people, now we're going to have a race war. We want to have the conversation and intentional about the relationships, but it is turning into race conversation instead of a relationship conversation. That's all we're addressing. We want to have the conversation, but it's becoming a race conversation.
It's interesting.
And we will have the race conversation, the black fatigue conversation. Hold on real quick, Big Rick. We want to have the black and white conversation too, but when it's almost like it's said to instigate or stir something up, it seems like it's becoming racial. You're saying something.
What I thought was that we were adults here and we could talk about facts, data, and statistics without getting upset. Maybe we're not. I don't know.
No. If I did,
it's not that, right?
Yeah,
For example,
you don't
off
have
the
to
cuff.
just because the girls are getting upset.
No, that's not. Pearl, that's not the case, right? For example, we were having a conversation about criminals, and you say black woman after herpes. Like it's a very
that's true. She said that she actually brought it up first, and you guys are talking to me. She brought it up first.
No, Pearl, you brought up the fact that black women like criminals, and then when she said, what if she said that white women like men who smell like dogs, then it becomes racial.
Now, where I have a problem with Pearly things, instead of her apologizing and keeping the show moving, to keep it productive, to keep it sound, she kept beating on a dead horse. She was creating havoc. She was creating conflict. And this is not even her platform. You know, you come on, you invited, somebody invites you, and your ego, because you're just big content creator, that you can just feel like you can just do and say what you want and not show any accountability or responsibility for gaslighting or triggering things by making it racial. And you calling people adults. Well, I don't know if that was the adultish thing to do. Miss Pearly things. I've watched you before in the past. I hear what you're saying, stats, data, you know, but for you to come on here and make it about race and point out a specific race that does something, when obviously these guys, it's becoming an uncomfortable situation on their platform, and instead of you saying, you know what, my bad, let me apologize and back off of that point, you're pushing the envelope. And to me, Pearly thing, that means you're throwing rocks and trying to hide your hands. But your hands have been exposed. I don't know. I just think you should apologize. Right then, there was a chance. You know what? My bad, guys. I know this was away from the topic. I'll wait till we talk about black fatigue. And that would have been professional and sound and acceptable. And issue apology. Not have been acceptable. But you kept feeding into the chaos on somebody else's platform. That's disrespectful, Pearl.
Fine, that's okay. I don't get offended. One side's getting offended.
So okay, but look, just know that if that happens, then it becomes a racial conversation.
Okay, so
But
what?
You can't
talk about.
No. But what happens is if we have a racial conversation,
Pearl, you think act like she's a degenerate. She from the hood.
and it makes everybody else. First of all, I don't care about how we look in regardless to money and all them things. I do care about how people respect themselves. So we should be able to have a respectful conversation without making it racial, blatantly racial.
Nobody
not being factual, making it blatant racial.
Okay, well,
y'all didn't give Tiffany as much shit when she made it racial the other day with me.
Well, one second. I want to hear from her and see what she thinks about what we said.
You got a good point.
Well, if I'm being honest with you,
never has a point.
If I'm being honest, I think you guys are overreacting. I think the guys are white knighting a little bit for the women. I don't think we need to get emotional because there's facts about race. And if you can't handle it, I can go. I don't mind.
Yeah, no, but Pearl, the thing is, we are not being emotional because let me give you an example of 1 second, please. 1 second, please.
I'm gonna bounce.
No, it's fine. Let me tell you one thing, Pearl, before you go, Pearl.
And this is what women do. Do I think he's a raccoon? I go call him a raccoon, but I do think CJ is a little unseasoned, right? He didn't. I think the situational awareness is what he's lacking here, right? It's just not a time to do that. He should have. Pearly things was wrong. Instead of her apologizing, and once again, right, maybe she's not a racist, but for her to make it race, and then the trigger happens, and then once it's brought to her attention that, hey, this is becoming an unhealthy conversation. Yes, facts. So, CJ's young. I give him a pass. You know what I mean? The homie, young homie. Yeah, but he was, that was situational awareness right there. He lacked to try to stick up for her and her point when clearly it triggered. Because it ain't so. Here's the problem on these platforms, right? And this debate and space we have. Sometimes people, instead of when they debate so much and they write so much, they do anything to win. Right? This is what happens when people are debating. And one guy's losing, he calls him a bitch ass motherfucker, right? Or you bitch ass nigga, right? Because he can't win. And this is what happened with Pearly thing. She wasn't necessarily losing, but Jess was over talking her and interjecting, and Pearly thing, instead of being showing her maturity as a professional content creator, instead of saying, my bad, and keeping it general, she went in and made it a racial thing. Because my opinion is she's starting a war with the black women. I think Pearly wants to attack the black women. And, this is what CJ didn't recognize, right? But I don't know, right? Is this also what you say, King Pitch, or at least present your arguments at the right moment? Yes. Pearly things, she got into winning instead of waiting patiently to present. She wanted to win. Once Jazz was challenging her, well, this must be your experience. This must be you, or you, because Jazz. I mean, I don't know why Jazz was denying that women don't like the bad guy, right? We all know, the whole world knows that women are attracted to bad guys. This is not even I don't know why Jazz was even trying to refute that point. Oh, it must be on your, that's your experience. Come on, Jazz. Come on. You know, but once again, this does not excuse Pearly things. She lacked situational awareness as well. She had emotional, right? And she pulled a stat to pick out black women, and that now becomes race baiting. And instead of her apologizing and saying, you know what, I just want to win, my bad, she kept, and then she didn't want to accept accountability. Fatty was just trying to, you know, calm the situation down, trying to manage the show to keep the show quality. Because once again, you got Tyranny on there, you got Jazz, you got, you know, and it could go left real fast. But I kind of have some, well, Fatty's course. I think he should have, right when Just Pearly things said black women, he should have deaded it right there. He should have deaded it. No. We're not going to make it a race. We're going to keep it in general. But no, they got into, you know, because Just Pearly things, she probably bought some more listeners, more money. So they kind of was rolling with the punches. And Pearly things, she, you know, she didn't want no accountability. She, as women don't, right? So she said, I leave. I just leave. I thought you guys were adults.
Oh, I don't.
I'll go.
So, hey, please, 1 second. So that's the thing, right, Pearl? If I was playing the same game that you are playing, I would say, you know about these things because you are the one that dated the black bum, a black homeless man, right? I would literally come out of the woodwork because I know your story.
God forbid I help.
Right, and these not black women that are just.
Now I don't know if that was a good idea to do that, Fatty. Right? I don't know to break. See, you can't. Two wrongs don't make shit right. So now we're getting into a tit for tat situation. Now you're going to chase Pearly things away, and it's going to be, that part was fucked up.
Addicted to black bums. You are addicted to a black bum because that was the person that you actually dated for a bunch of years, right?
God
so
forbid I help the homeless. God
no, he was not homeless.
No, he actually wasn't, but that's what everyone says.
He was sleeping on your house.
No, it's not the full. I mean, it doesn't matter, but
yes, but my point is this, Pearl. We are treating you with respect. You can definitely touch on race. We can literally do shows about race, put the table to you, and you can do whatever you want. But if we are going to try to either get clippable moments or something like that, we know more about you than you know about us. So if you want to go there, we can go there. I take my gloves off and we can do whatever we want. And if nobody can be offended because of black this and black that, you are going to talk about the time where you were fucking a black homeless man, a fat motherfucker that you were having in your house, right?
Fatty, you're fat too. It's like.
Now she's weight shaming. You know, Fatty for Fight Club, so you know he's gonna fight back. Pearly thing lost her composure. She's human. You're just like every other woman out here, Pearly. You up there on your high horse. Now you show that, you know, you will burn the house down as well. Right? You call the man fat because you disrupted the show, gaslighting and race baiting because you want to win, which you now want to run. Oh, I want to make this, cause this havoc, and then run instead of taking accountability. Because Pearly, you could have done it as well. You could have been like, you know what, my bad.
Absolutely. You have no titties and no ass. You are mad at me because I have more titties than you. That's why you're mad, right?
We could go back.
That's why you're mad, right? Because I have more titties than you.
So again, I thought we were adults so that we could talk about.
Oh, no, we are definitely adults. Let me ask you
Come
something.
on, Pearls. You threw the shot. Pearl, you threw the shot. You called him fat. Now you want to say, oh, we can be adults? But you're throwing, once again, right? This is where.
What do you think about black fatigue?
All right. So I do appreciate you guys having me on. I really do.
Can you say what you think about black fatigue before you go?
I really did want to do this, but apparently we can't do the facts, data, and statistics. Thank you guys so much for having me on.
If we would have came on,
if you want to do my channel, it's just
Pearl. If we came on your show and started talking about white men and white women, you would have had a problem. That's so disingenuous.
This is Sparta!
Let's go back to when she first came on. I think she comes right after the super chats. Yeah, there she go.
And shout out to Ugly Money Mitch, good brother. We hope to have him on the panel soon. So, friends, let's start with the ladies. Let's start with Melanie and Pearl. I have a question for y'all. Why do women chase chaos over comfort? Like, why do women seem, for whatever reason, to chase chaos over comfort? Pearl?
I mean, we love chaos. I mean, look at what we consume when it comes to reality TV and what we see on TV. It's not like we pick. It's not like we pick when it comes to TV these love stories where they just ride off into the sunset. We choose, like, I'm thinking movies here. Jack, what is the Titanic, right? She's falling in love with this unstable. She has the stable guy at home, and then she's really in love with the unstable one. So it's just kind of how we are. We just chase chaos, and we tend to bond with men. The more chaotic the relationship is, I think it's because of the ups and the downs. I don't know. That's kind of just how we are. What do you think, Melanie?
I think that something in a woman feels like she can fix a man, or change him into some man, or change him into something that she wants him to be. So I think that's why they have a tendency to chase something of chaos. They feel like they can fix it.
Let me get Jazz and the Tina, and then I still.
Sorry, what if I add one thing? You're so right. It's like our narcissism. We want to think that we're so awesome that we're the gal that fixed him. That was a good point. Go ahead.
How can a woman what? No way. You ain't. He did that, King Speaks? Hell yeah, you can't go on her platform and try to fix it. She's gonna dog walk you now, nigga. She can mute you, drop you. No way. That was once again like, and this is the problem with men in this space, right? King's Picks. We sit here and argue with these women and try to fix these women. Just like women try to fix men, it seems like men are trying to fix women. Nigga, women are not the tin man. You can't just open up and, change the battery and change the oil and get a new alternator and put in a new starter. Boom, here it is. No, nigga, it don't go like that. Women are savage, and you're not changing them. They're not going back to the house, Ali. They're not going back. Just Pearly things is ratchet. She's proved today that she's ratchet. White girls be ratchet too. And then he go over there to the ratchet platform. Oh, come on, Ali. Try to fix some shit, huh? Who you think you is? You gonna go over there? Fatty, he really ruined anything for reconciliation for at least 6 months. They might make up down the line, but he called it no titties, no ass.
Yeah, I
Jazz
don't.
and then Atina. Yes, Jazz and then Atina. Why do you guys think that women are so drawn to chaos over comfort?
Why the why can be it's varying what the why is, but I do agree with Melanin that some women do look at certain people and think they can fix them. They think they can be the good thing that comes into that person's life and try to change them because they see them beyond what is actually being shown. So I actually kind of agree with that. But the why, who knows? You know, people do things for different.
So what this is saying, gentlemen, code break. This code. Let's break this code, the women code. She's trying to tame you, nigga. She wants a nigga she can tame. She's trying to buck break a nigga. That's why they pick the most dangerous men. That's why they go after those dudes. They think they can buck break them with their femininity and their good coochie. And then if they do, they get rid of them too. And they're out to the next. Same thing. Over and over again. Women are slave man. They like, you buck break a horse. They trying to buck break men. They try to buck break me all the time. I'm like, nah, bitch. You get in and get out. This is what being black is all about.
Different reasons. It could be what you have been taught to believe is a healthy relationship. Maybe you've been exposed to chaos in your personal life, as a child or your upbringing. So when you go into relationships, you look for chaos because you found comfort in that. So it just depends on the person.
What about you, Atina? Why do you think women go to chaos instead of comfort?
Okay, well, I don't want to sound like a broken record, and I'll try to keep it as short as I can, but women have 4 hormonal cycles every month. We are a little chaotic. We go through ups and downs all the time. We raise children. Children are chaotic. Like 1 second, they're in your face smiling, and then they headbutt you and then turn off and run away laughing. So we're kind of used to that chaos. And then I think so many women and men are raised by single parents in modern society. And I've said it before, like, it's like men are the bumpers in an alley or in a bowling lane, and like they keep the woman within a certain level of her chaos, right? She bounces back and forth. He's like guarding her from going flying off the walls. Well, if someone's never had that mirrored in their life and they can't see that and they don't take direction from men, then the women just kind of do whatever. Women need the correction and direction of men. And if they've never seen that in their life, they kind of just go off the walls. And it's kind of in our nature. And I think it was Jordan Peterson was talking about how
it's a lot of white women that find,
women know, but we hate that we love them.
That's different.
Like, oh, I love him so much. I hate it. We hate that we love the criminals, the players, the rappers, in this case, the the really unstable men we just love. And you could see this because when women are young and hot, that's who we pick. When we're old, ugly, and used up, that's when we go for the stable guys. And we do a very good job. Yeah. We do a very good job convincing them we love them. So I don't know if any girl comes in and is like, I love the stable guys. It's like, at 20, did you? Usually not. So that's, and we can't help it to some degree. We cannot help that we are attracted to men that show signs of dominance. I think a lot of us we wish we could turn it off, but we can't. It's just what we're attracted to. We're biologically hardwired to do that. Unfortunately. So
we're biologically hardwired to. Did you say we're biologically hardwired to?
Now, Chaz, you just said we are attracted to them and that we want to change somebody. But so I think there's a beef going on here.
Want chaotic, criminal,
well, dominant, dominant. Because you got to think of like Ted Bundy. He had women. He had women writing him love letters. He impregnated a woman. He impregnated a woman while he was in prison for murdering women. This is a real Luigi Mangione.
I don't think that's a woman thing. I think that's a thing that certain women do.
Well, you are correct.
There's no.
Hold on, Jazz, let her land, and you respond. You going to get the mic? Let her land.
Not every woman does that. There's different levels of dominance. However, we are still attracted to dominant men, and that does come in the form of, if a man can kill someone else, we know he could protect us biologically. So that just is what it is.
So you find you equate dominance with, you find a man that can dominate and harm a woman attractive?
That's one way that men describe it, or that's one way that men do it, and women do select those men. So I try not to apply morality to this, good or bad, it doesn't matter, because women do pick criminals. Criminals are more, men that have committed a violent crime are actually more likely. They are more likely to reproduce than men that haven't. So I didn't make this world. You know, I didn't make women write love letters to Ted Bundy.
Has that been your experience? Like, are you attracted to criminals?
Well, to be fair, I don't know many criminals, so that hasn't been my experience personally.
What about the people in your environment?
I mean, I've interviewed 1,000 people. A good chunk of them did, you know, procreate and date men with felonies. That's not uncommon. So,
okay,
especially in the Black community, if we're going to be honest, that's
well, yeah. Well,
that's
I was
uncommon. So I don't know why you're pretending to not know what I'm talking about. You can gaslight these simps, but you can't gaslight me. Chico.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't think you know anything about the Black.
And that's where Pearly made her mistake. Yeah, he needs a little bit of CJ. Yeah, he needs a little bit of situational awareness. But Fatty and them, they should have deaded it though, right? Once Pearly said in the Black community, you should have went in right in, hold right there, and be like, hey, let's not do that because that is triggering, and now you're making it about race, and we want a quality show. Keep it in a general setting. And that's how you got to run your panel. You can't, because Pearly, I understand she's a big content creator and she's very, experienced, but you can't let her gaslight your panel. And Jazz, I don't know, Jazz, you kind of gaslighted Pearls. Pearls gaslighted back. So Jazz should have been checked too. Like, hey. But Fatty, Ali should have deaded it right away, immediately.
Community, but I will say
Rufus would have deaded it immediately. Whoa. We're not making it about race. I'm sorry. And if it kept going there, I'd have dropped Pearly things. Every bitch is expendable. Every dude's expendable. Everybody expendable with respect when they're gaslighting my panel. I'm not going to have it.
About the white community, it's a lot of white women that find, men who kill other women attractive. Those are the women that were
true, but I won't gaslight you about it. I won't gaslight you. I would say that's true. That's true. There are white women that do that.
I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Hold on, real quick. Hey, hold on. I'm gonna say it again. Hold on, real quick.
So, this is a big mistake because you kept letting it go into detail, and now it's just going to get worse. Especially when you got women on the panel, women, their emotions get to flying, they'll burn that house down.
I can't hear you while I'm talking. I don't even know why she even brought up the Black community.
You can't say that until she lands. Like I want you to right now, we got strong personalities on the panel. Please let the person finish and then respond. You can't say the person interrupted you, and while you talking over me while I'm talking, if you already interrupted the person. Let her finish. You the first person that can respond to her, Jazz. You're the first person. Just let her land.
I did let her land.
No, you didn't let her land, Jazz.
Okay. It's fine. Let's start now.
Okay, well, you asked me why I brought it up, the Black community, because you're Black, so you would know. Because, I don't.
That is first of all,
for some reason you brought.
And that was her. That was her taking a knife and stabbed in the back. No. This is Fatty them channel. This is Ali's channel. And she was rude. She was unprofessional. And once again, I do assign Pearly thing should have been, I apologize, my bad. I keep it general. She should have been professional. But that statement right there, talking about you, I said it because you're Black. it was a race bait tactic. And I think, be honest with you, after I seen this, what I seen is Pearly thing she wants to war with the black woman. Now, here's the question I have for you guys who are listening. Shall the black women set it off? Because Pearly things look like she's not ducking no smoke. I mean, hey, I think black women can handle themselves. That's where it's at, King's Picks. Yeah, okay, I got you. I'll check it out later. But yeah, I listen. If this wasn't the place for it, but I think black women it's time to step up and take the gloves off. Because I think Pearly want that smoke with the black woman. Or black people in general. Because she said, let's rewind that statement again. Let's see how it went, right?
There's no.
Hold on, Jazz, let her land, and you respond. You going to get the mic, let her land.
Not every woman does that. There's different levels of dominance. However, we are still attracted to dominant men, and that does come in the form of if a man can kill someone else, we know he could protect us biologically. So that just is what it is.
So you
logically, so that just is what it is.
So you find you equate dominance with you find a man that can dominate and harm a woman attractive?
That's one way that men describe it, or that's one way that men do it, and women do select those men. So I try not to apply morality to this, good or bad, it doesn't matter, because women do pick criminals. Criminals are men that have committed a violent crime are actually more likely. They are more likely to reproduce. They are more likely to reproduce than men that haven't. So I didn't make this world. You know, I didn't make women write love letters.
Has that been your experience?
And right there, she should have left it at that. Right there, she should have left it at that.
Like, are you attracted to criminals?
Well, to be fair, I don't know many criminals, so that hasn't been my experience personally.
What about the people in your environment?
I mean, I've interviewed 1,000 people.
Now, Jazz, you're making it. Why are you making it personal, Jazz? Okay, she didn't say you, Jazz. She said black women. I think that was the wrong thing to say. But Jazz, don't try to get personal. Like you're supposed to be mature too. You're supposed to be professional as well, and you're on somebody else's panel. Let Fatty and Ali run their show.
A good chunk of them did, procreate and date men with felonies. That's not uncommon. So
okay,
especially in the black community, if we're going to be honest, that's
well, yeah. Well, I was going to comment.
So I don't know why you're pretending to not know what I'm talking about. You can
know what you're talking about.
These simps, but you can't gaslight me.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't think you know anything about the black community, but I will say about the white community. It's a lot of white women that find men who kill other women attractive. Those are the women that were
true, but I won't gaslight you about it. I won't gaslight you. I would say that's true. That's true. There are white women that do that.
I can't hear you.
Yeah,
hold on, real quick. Hey, hold on. I'm gonna say it again. Hold on, real quick.
I can't hear you while I'm talking. I don't even know why she even brought up the black community.
You can't say that until she lands. Like I want you to. Right now, we got strong personalities on the panel. Please let the.
Ali should have deaded it. He should have deaded the conversation. All right, King's Picks. He should have deaded the conversation. I would have deaded the conversation. Look, this is not what we're going to talk about. I don't care about no clicking. We're not going to talk about race. We're going to have a general conversation, and we're going to compare general arguments. That was the responsible thing to do right there. But no, Ali and Fatty, they continue to let it brew. And it just got worse. And Pearly things took advantage of an opportunity to stop a war she's probably been wanting to start. I think the way she sounds, she wanted to start a war with a black woman.
Person finish and then respond. You can't say the person interrupted you, and while you talking over me while I'm talking, if you already interrupted the person, let her finish. You the first person that can respond to her, Jazz. You the first person. Just let her land.
I did let her land.
No, you didn't let her land, Jazz.
Okay.
It's fine. Let's start now.
Okay, well, you asked me why I brought it up, the black community, because you're black. So you
and that was the knife. I think that's a war. What y'all think? I think that sound like war. Those sound like war words to me. I mean, what the sound like she want to fight with the black woman about maybe, I don't know. I still think she was wrong talking about black women. That was not the conversation. But hey, it is what it is now. Can't take it back. Shots are fired. The gloves are off. I see this could be a war.
you would know. Because like I don't
That is
First of all,
it's like the same reason you brought up the white community, because I'm white.
I didn't
have
bring- I
eyes, you know.
Now, Jazz, you did bring up the white community, so the gloves are off. The gloves are off.
If you're done, first of all, that's very disrespectful.
It's very
I didn't-
disrespectful.
This
No,
was
it's
a
not.
conversation
I mean,
about.
Yes, it is.
No, it's very
Hey,
disrespectful.
friends, we don't need ad libs. Jess can handle it.
It's too late, Fatty. Because now you're going to get into it with her. And you went in through shots, and then she threw shots back at you. She called you fat. You said she ain't got no ass, no titties. You said she's fucking with some homeless black dude. I mean, that was counterproductive, in my opinion. And I think Fatty should have, and my boy Ali should have deaded that conversation immediately, ASAP. But you try to drag it out for content, and now you have a war on your hands. And Ali trying to go over there and clean some shit up on her platform, that ain't going to happen. This is a war. I don't think this is the end of this.
Let her handle it.
Go ahead.
So, like I said,
again,
we
you're
were talking
offended. Next.
Go ahead, Jess. Let
Y'all
Jess
gonna
finish,
allow
please.
me?
Let's go ahead, Jess.
I will. Yeah, go ahead.
Jess,
So, like
you-
I said,
Just put that. Why you smile like that? She's chaotic. Look at, she's a psychopath. She crazy. Look at her. She been faking too long. She ready for war. Man, I'm out.